Good evening, friends and fam. It's Chloe here. Thank you for tuning in again for another video of mine. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification or hit the notification bell so you're notified as to when I upload a new video. Please like my videos or dislike and comment below. Follow me on Twitter at Chloe.lb40. And I'd like to welcome my newest subscriber, which is Dada. So Dada, thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. I'm in a different place right now. I always do my videos out in my living room, and I always see, it always looks kind of strange with the ceiling fan over my kitchen table with the light, and it almost looks like I've got some, like one of those old hats that had the propeller thing on it. It always looks like that's going on over my head, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different tonight. So I'm recording in my bedroom, actually. So I want to jump right into this because I do have limited time for my camera before it shuts off. I want to address something that has happened to me not once but twice. One time was just recently, and the other time was 10 years ago, right around the same time, actually. There was 20 years that I had not spoken to this one person. I'm just going to jump right into it. There was 20 years. Something was on my camera here. I don't know what this is. Sorry. There was 20 years since I had last spoken to this one person that I'm no longer in contact with. She and I had been pretty good friends when I went to high school. She was a grade behind me, and I had attended her wedding. I was her personal attendant. She attended my wedding just as a guest, and she and I were kind of in contact around that time. That was my first wedding. And then we just kind of went our separate ways and didn't really have a falling out. Life happens and people drift apart. Well, then Facebook came into play, and I got onto Facebook, and usually around this time of year, I start feeling the effects of SAD. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's seasonal depression. I know that I've made a video about that before, SAD versus depression. I have dealt with depression for the majority of my life, and it stems all the way back to my childhood, which I won't get into here. But this girl, looked me up on Facebook, and we started talking a little bit, and I was making generalized statements back in 2009, right around this time of year, saying a silent depressive is not a good thing. I wasn't specifically talking about me to anybody who didn't realize it. I mean, I guess in a way it was kind of a hidden message, me asking for help, because I felt like everybody was turning against me, which is what happens with people with depression. They feel like everybody's against them, and being a depressive myself, I can attest to that. So this girl all of a sudden attacked me one night on Facebook through Messenger, throwing up in my face 20 years of stuff that I had been dealing with and beating myself up over for 20 years. And I was not in a very good place at that point, and she was really putting me down. She hadn't known me for 20 years, so I had been a totally different person than I was in high school, as was she, I'm sure. And to make a long story short, it was around September, and I was listening to a podcast of Fleming. And she started bashing me about all these things that I had been beating myself up over for 20 years. My daughters were both at work. They were living with me at the time. I was living here in Minnesota. And the things that she was saying was really affecting my life and my self-esteem. And I started thinking, you know what? She's right. I don't deserve to be in this world. So I came very, very close to within hand grenades of turning off my computer, going to the store to buy a box of sleeping pills with the intent of taking all of them that night. But something kept me in my chair that night to listen to that podcast. And things that Chris was talking about in that podcast, he was interviewing another psychic person by the name of Rosemary Ellen Guiley, who I just recently found out passed away recently. They were saying, oh, this person's saying this bad thing about me and that bad thing about me. And basically what they were saying is you've got to rise above that and try to let that wash off your shoulders and wash down your back, whatever, however you say it. And just kind of let it go and move on with your life. You know, cut them out of your life if you have to, but move on with your life. And during that podcast, between that time where the angel and devil were on my shoulder, go to the store, don't 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 go to the store. I had two friends in Illinois that were trying to reach me because they could sense that there was something wrong. One of them tried to call me. I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want anyone to talk to that night. And if those two people are watching this, you know who you are. You're still very close friends and family to me in my life. And so anyway, digressing. Something kept me in my chair that night to listen to the rest of Chris's podcast. And he literally saved my life that evening just by the words that he was saying. Since then, I have cut that person out of my life, the one that was putting me down. And I've moved on with my life. I've become a stronger person, and I've been able to rise above that. Now, recently, in recent weeks, with these YouTube videos that I've been putting out, there has been somebody that has, I'm not going to call this person out, but there's been somebody that has left very negative comments to me saying things like I'm boring, kind of bringing me down again. And this person I hadn't talked to again for about 20 years. And I just kind of wonder why these people, and this person also found me on Facebook and we started talking and everything. We kind of talk intermittently as somebody I went to college with. And I know that you're probably watching too, so again, you know who you are. The words that this person said to me really hurt me deeply. And I've been playing with the emotions again of, you know, I'm worthless, I'm no good, this world would be better without me. Now, when I say that, don't panic, okay? Because I'm not at that place. I have been in the hospital for depression. I've been in the psych ward. I've been in lockup. I've been on medication. I've made a video about that as well. I think that was also in the SAD versus depression video that I had. I'm not at that place because when I get there, I know that I probably would chicken out. And then somebody would find out about it and I would get locked up again. And I don't want to do that. I don't want that for my life. But it's very hard to get past that. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. It's very hard for me to get past that. Because again, you know what, I'm not even going to apologize because those of you that have never dealt with depression, that have lived their lives happy and carefree and everything, you need to understand depression is kind of a silent disease. People say just get over it, you know, take medication, take vitamin D, go get a light wall, go see a psychiatrist. go put yourself in the hospital. That's one of my favorite ones. I'm saying that sarcastically. But what this person said to me really hurt me, above and beyond all the compliments I've been getting on my videos, which I really, really appreciate, all those compliments. But I've also been watching a lot of Dr. Phil, and something that Dr. Phil says to parents that are negative towards their children is that it takes 1,000 attaboys or attagirls to erase one negative comment that you say to your child. And that can be true for anybody. It doesn't have to be a parent to a child. It can be a friend to a friend. It could be in a relationship. It can be, whatever it is. And so to the person that's most likely watching this that I'm talking about, I just want you to know that your words really did hurt me. And it has really brought me down, because I work really hard in my life, and I know that I am not the best at everything I do, and I'm not looking for praise and all that stuff. I mean, when I get it, I have a hard time believing it, because I've been put down most of my life. From as far back as I can remember, I've always been picked on, and nowadays they call it bullying, but back when I was in school they called it teasing, because it wasn't nearly as bad as it is nowadays, where kids are beating each other up and you should go kill yourself. I was never told that in school, but I got glasses at a young age, so I was called Four Eyes. I had braces on my teeth, so of course I was called, tinsel teeth and all that stuff. I went through abuse for many years as a child that nobody knew about, and it still affects me today at certain times, which goes to my video about, surviving abuse and stuff. But I know I ask for comments in the video, on my videos and everything, and maybe you people mean some of the things as a jokes. Maybe sometimes you mean them as constructive criticism. But please be aware, the reason I labeled this video, you don't know the half of it. You guys don't know, well, some of you do know a little bit about it, but you guys don't know what I've been through in my life. You don't know that if I had gone through all the times that I had tried to take my own life, I would not be sitting here talking to you. And like I said, it goes all the way back to my childhood. And before you put somebody down, stop and think about what they may have lived with in their life. I have very low self-esteem, and I take any kind of criticism, constructive or otherwise, very much to heart. So I just wanted to clear the air with that and let you know that, and this is directly to the person that made these very negative comments to me. Your words really cut through my heart like a knife. And I find it very hard to forgive you for that. I know that's what God asks us to do, is to forgive our enemies. But it's going to take me some time to do that. So again, if you feel the need to apologize to me, please do so in private. Don't do it in the comments below, because I will take it down. You are friends with me on Facebook, so you can reach out to me there. Do not be surprised if I do not comment back to you. But if you have something to say, go ahead and say it there on Facebook in private. I don't want this to be out there for everybody to see who it is. But just be kind, okay? And know that I'm not looking for stardom. I'm not looking for fame and fortune by doing these YouTube videos. It's just something fun I like to do. And I think I'm getting close to my 18 minutes here, so I'm going to have to shut this down. But I just felt a need to make this video and let you know that I am very hurt by what you said. And I appreciate all the positive comments I've been getting from many of the rest of you. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take down a video that I recently uploaded and remake it and re-upload it. Because as I listen to it, it really doesn't, it's really not as good as I thought it was. So I'm going to work on it a little more, take it down, re-upload it. And then you guys can leave your comments again. Hopefully the next time it'll be better. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thanks for listening to my sad story. And be watching for an Irish Fair video. I'm going to have to edit it because I took several different videos from Irish Fair today. So watch out for that. Probably sometime this week. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say I'll see you on the next one, and you guys try to have a sunny day better than mine.